2020 February 24. Daily Bread Passage. Luke chapter 7 verse 36 to 50. Key verse. Verse 47. Title: Jesus forgives a sinful woman. Bible passage. When one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to have dinner with him, he went to the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. A woman in that town who lived a sinful life learned that Jesus was eating at the Pharisee's house, so she came there with an alabaster jar of perfume. As she stood behind him at his feet weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears. Then she wiped them with her hair, kissed them and poured perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, "If this man were a prophet, he would know who is touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she is a sinner." Jesus answered him, "Simon, I have something to tell you." "Tell me, teacher," he said. 2 people owed money to a certain moneylender. One owed him 500 denarii, and the other 50. Neither of them had the money to pay him back, so he forgave the debts of both. Now which of them will love him more? Simon replied, "I suppose the one who had the bigger debt forgiven." "You have judged correctly," Jesus said. Then he turned toward the woman and said to Simon, "Do you see this woman? I came into your house. You did not give me any water for my feet, but she wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman, from the time I entered, has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put oil on my head, but she has poured perfume on my feet. Therefore, I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love has shown. But whoever has been forgiven little loves little." Then Jesus said to her, "Your sins are forgiven." The other guests began to say among themselves, "Who is this who even forgives sins?" Jesus said to the woman, "Your faith has saved you, go in peace." Daily Bread Message. 1. Pharisees' small love. Jesus ate with anyone who invited him, including Pharisees. When a woman who had lived a sinful life came in and poured a jar of expensive perfume on Jesus' feet, Jesus accepted it. Simon could not understand why Jesus would let himself be touched by a sinful woman. It seems Simon's love was very small because of his pride and self-righteousness. 2. Jesus teaches about forgiveness and love. Jesus gave Simon a parable to teach him the difference between himself and the woman. The Pharisee thought he was not a serious sinner, so grace was not so amazing to him. But the woman knew the depth of her sin and Jesus' forgiveness. As a result, her heart was overflowing with love for Jesus and she gave him the glory he deserved. Jesus blessed her with peace and assurance of salvation. Our heart can overflow with love for Jesus when we know how much we have been forgiven. Prayer. Father, thank you for Jesus' unconditional forgiveness. Help my heart grow bigger with love. One word. Forgiven much, love much.